Hey everybody, this is Danny, aka Insane Coyote, and today in Insane's Kitchen, we are making Puerco Pibil Tacos. Now, Puerco Pibil might sound familiar to you, and it's probably because you saw the movie Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Johnny Depp's character, which was Agent Sands, I believe, he loved his Puerco Pibil, which is a slow roasted pork butt. He loved it so much that he would go in the back and shoot the chef. So go figure, man. I guess he's trying to keep everything balanced between the ones that don't know how to make it and the ones that actually do know how to make it. So that tells you a lot. A lot of people don't know how to make it. Do I know how to make it? I don't know. Maybe I do, maybe I don't, but you'll find out. Anyway, we are gonna be making this in a taco form. Johnny Depp did it with a bed of rice. You can do that too afterwards with your leftover taco meat. Very good too. But we are making it in taco. So with the tacos, we're gonna be making it with the Puerco Pibil, the slow roasted pork butt. That is gonna take around 4 hours, 3.5 hours to 4. And we're gonna be making a Habanero salsa with tomatillo and also pickled onion. So what you're gonna be needing is pork butt. I got the boneless one, obviously. Your Annato seed, your cumin seed, your allspice, some cloves of garlic, 2 habaneros, peppercorns, your cloves, your lemons, orange juice, some apple cider vinegar, and your salt. So without any further delay, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be making an achiote paste. You can buy it at the store if you want. It doesn't taste all that great. I would suggest if you have a coffee grinder, get these spices so you can grind them up and have a very fresh flavor. If you can't do that, then just get the spices themselves already in powder form. Don't go for the store-bought stuff that's already made. It's easier, but you're not gonna get the authentic flavor off of it. Anyway, we're gonna be putting this in a coffee grinder. So I'm gonna go get the coffee grinder, get the blender as well, because we're gonna have to blend this. And afterwards, we're gonna cut the meat and have it marinating, then put it in the fridge. It's gonna have to stay in the fridge overnight, but I do have some already meat in there marinating since last night, so we can continue all this. So what we're gonna do, just put these in here. Try not to spill it all over the place like I'm doing. All right, see you guys, this is why you want your own coffee grinder for spices. Because if you use the same one you do coffee with, one day you're gonna be drinking coffee, you're gonna be like, well, why does this taste like achiote, you know? So yeah, you wanna get that. And the seeds, the Annato seeds, you can get them at Walmart. The packet looks like this, it's by Badia. These are flavorful, they're pretty good. I've tried ones in the Asian store, in the Asian market, and they didn't have, for some reason they didn't have the same taste. These are a little bit more potent. You're gonna admire the taste afterwards. So let's grind this up. All right, so this is already grinded down to a pulp, or should I say to a powder. So you wanna carefully pour this back in. This stuff is like ink. Like you put this stuff on wood with water, leave it there for a while, definitely you are getting a little surprise because that shit ain't gonna come off. All right, so we're done with that. Let's put the cumin seed in here. We can mix it with the allspice, the garlic cloves, sorry, the cloves, and your peppercorn. Once more, repeat. All right. You can just smell this, man. It smells so good. There's nothing like blending fresh spices, man. Okay, this is good. All right, now let's get the blending part going on. You wanna grab your 5 lemons, cut them up. So we're just gonna squeeze these inside the blender. Now get your garlic cloves. We don't have to cut these up or anything. Just cut the hard part off of it. Clean it up a little bit, toss it in there. All right, now we can grab these guys here. It's all up to you. If you want to put one, put one. You want to put two. I like to put two in these. If you don't want to, if you want to wimp out a little bit, take the seeds out. If you don't want to wimp out, don't take the seeds out. Me personally, what's the point of having a habanero in there if you're not going to get the full effect? So just cut these guys out. Nothing fancy. Just grab them, put them in there. Now, certainly after I handled them, don't put it in your eyes. For cutting and whatnot, that's it. So now let's put half a cup of apple cider vinegar and a half of cup, which would be half of this 1 cup measurement thing, of orange juice in there. If I had some vodka, I would make a screwdriver, but no vodka for Danny today. All right, after that, you want to put the powder in there. Put the lid on and get this thing up. So we had technical difficulties here. Both of my camera's field monitors for some reason shut down, and it shut down the whole camera. So you guys didn't really miss much. The only thing I did was after I blended everything together in the blender, I grabbed the pork butt, cut it into 2-inch cubes, put it in a container, smothered it with the marinade, and put it in the fridge. That's gonna stay there overnight. My advice to you guys, do this process during the middle of the day, so in the morning you can start cooking, because it is gonna take around 4 hours to cook. What I did was I grabbed the other meat that I had in there from yesterday that was already marinating for this purpose, and I put it here in this clay pot, which is gonna go in the oven after. So it'll have the lid, pop, put it in the oven, it's gonna cook in here. You guys don't have to have a clay pot. You could get a casserole if you wanna line it with some banana leaves, fold the banana leaves over the meat, tighten it up, and you'd be good, with tin foil, obviously. If not, just put it in a casserole dish, put tin foil around it, and then put it in the oven. So we're gonna put this in the oven at 300 degrees for 3.5 to 4 hours. We're gonna check on it at the 3-hour marker and go from there, see how tender it is. Anyway, while that's in the oven finishing up, we're gonna be making the habanero salsa. I did make last night the pickled onion, and it's very easy to make. What you do is you grab your onion, you cut it really thin slices, use red onion, really thin slices, boil it for 3 minutes, take it out right away, and then you're gonna add your lime juice, your apple cider vinegar, and your oregano. I'll put that in the description below on how to do that. Very easy process. Anyway, what we're gonna be doing right now, we're gonna be making the habanero salsa. So what we need is tomatillos. You need a avocado, 1 habanero, some salt, and some cilantro. So what I like to do is I go a little bit overboard on the cilantro. Normally it asks for 1/4 of a cup. I'm using a half a cup. So it's a half a cup of cilantro. It's a half a teaspoon of salt, 1 habanero, 1 avocado, 6 tomatillos. So let's wash up these tomatillos and get to making our salsa. All right, so we can start off with the tomatillos. Just cut them up in 4 and just put them in there. You do want to wash these once you peel them. Okay. Also, get that habanero in there. Leave the seeds in. You got your cilantro in there. Your salt. And your 1 avocado. Make sure your avocados are ripe. This one is not I mean, it is okay. All right. Next, we want to blend it up. All right, you want to get this, pour it in there. That is one good salsa. This goes great on tacos and on chips. So let me get the pickled onions for you guys as well. All right, here we go. Look at that, beautiful. Now these pickled onions are very easy to make. All you gotta do is bring water to a boil, put some salt in it, put these things in there in the boiling water for 3 minutes. After that, take it out, put it in a tray or a Tupperware or whatever you want to put it in, and add your lime juice, your apple cider vinegar, and your oregano. All right, here we go. This has been cooking in here for a while. Look at that. So if you notice, it's going to have a lot of liquid on top. Mine, you can notice it more because it is a pot. If you have it like on a casserole dish, the liquid's going to be more spread out. You're not going to see that much liquid, but you want the liquid in there because that's what's going to keep everything tender. You know, you don't want it to get dried out or anything like that. So right now we're just going to basically just get some chunks of meat out. I'm not going to shred everything. Look at it. I mean, look how easy it just comes apart. This, my friends, is the result of cooking this pork butt at 300 degrees for 3.5 hours. That is great. All right. So make sure you just shred it out pretty good. Now this, you can eat, like I said, on a bed of rice, and it tastes amazing. So let's start to assemble our tacos and you know, pig out like big people. Now this meat smells real good with the Annato seed on it. And you guys, I don't know if I told you this, this recipe originally takes like, you can put some tequila in it, like a couple of splashes of tequila in it, or a couple of shots of tequila in it. It will do a good flavor to it. And it should be done like that. I just didn't have tequila in the house. So I don't know, I probably drank it all. Maybe I did get tequila for this and maybe I drank it all beforehand. Anyway, got your meat on there. Let's put some of this Habanero salsa. Of your pickled onion. I love how they come out with this, the color and everything. That makes it so colorful. What is that? Taste the rainbow or whatever, right? Taste the habanero. All right. These guys remind me of jelly worms. Next, cannot forget, get some cojita cheese. Just break a little bit off. Just crumble it on there, you know. And who cares if you get it on the plate? Yeah, you can never have too much cheese. So we've got everything on here already. The meat, the salsa, the onions, and the cojita cheese. Now we feast. Beer for the chef. I don't know which one to pick. They're all so beautiful. I don't want to neglect my children, but it is gonna go. The meat with that distinct flavor of Annato and the pickled onion on top of that with all the heat, this comes out perfect, man. The saltiness of the cheese, it's good. So, I mean, I don't know what you guys are waiting for. get out, go get your ingredients and go make it. I'm gonna finish these ones and then I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace out. Oh, and by the way, if you liked it, like and subscribe, obviously. Bye.